Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good afternoon, dear sisters and brothers of IPIEF batch 2019. So I'm happy to meet you again virtually today in the course of applied macroeconomics, and we have been in the 11th meeting of this course. And on this 11th meeting, we will discuss about aggregate supply. So by the way, last week we had discussed and learned about some aspect on so now we move to the other side of the economic side, whereby it deals with aggregate supply or ES. So this running objective of this course is we'll try to learn about three models of aggregate supply, in which our output depends positively on the prices level in the short run. So the first aspect is relationship about output and the price level. And the second one, we try to focus on the short run trade-off between inflation and unemployment, known as the Phillips curve. And here, the three models of aggregate supply, we do assume that this aggregate supply is formed by three separated assumptions. The first is the sticky wage models. So it means that the wage is quite not flexible, and it is very rigid. Yeah. And the second one, it deals with the imperfect information models. And the third one is the sticky price models. And all three models implies that we have formula, namely the y equal to the y bar plus a open bracket p minus p expected close bracket. Yeah. So here we have y aggregate output, and here is natural rate of output, and this is the positive parameter. Yeah, it means that's the dynamics of the changes of the prices, these positive parameters, and the p here the actual price level, and the p expected here is the expected price level. Yeah. And the next one here, we move to the first assumption about sticky wage models. So let me assume that firms and workers negotiate contracts and fix the nominal wage before they know where the price level will turn out to be. So in the short run, the firm and the workers will determine to what extent the wage of the level of wage that will be given by the firm to the workers. And here, the nominal wage, which indicated by Y, they said is the product of a target real wage and expected price level. So we have here wage is equal to the target real wage, price the expected price. So W over P actually is Y times P expected over P. So we try to give a bit modification by put the price here on the both sides. Yeah, left hand side and right hand side. Here the P and P here. And the third one, by taking this P, you can see these equations. Y over P equal to the Y targeted price and the P expected over the price level. So if it turns out that if the P, the real price equal to P expected. So it means that unemployment and output are at their natural rates. So natural rates mean the output at the optimal level. There is no idle capacity in the economy happens during the natural rates of unemployment. So all the resources has been used so that the unemployment is almost near to the natural rates. So it means that employment happens not because of they are not able to be absorbed by the labor market, but because of their personal willings, yeah, personal willingness. And the second condition, the actual price is higher compared to the price expected. So it means that real wage is less than its target. So the firms hire more workers and output rises above its natural rate. So in these conditions, yeah, the actual price is higher compared to the price at the natural rate. So it means that the economy is booming. The second condition, the implications, the economy is booming, so that the firms hire more workers, and it implies that the output will move beyond the output at the natural rates. And the third condition is the way around. The price is less than the price expected. So it means that the capacity of the economy is underestimated, or under the natural rate of unemployment, or there are so many resources that not yet utilized by the economy. So it implies that the firms hire fewer workers and output falls below its natural level. And usually on this condition, the economy will be in the inflation, yeah, in the second condition, but the inflation from the demand side. And here, the economy usually happens to be in inflation, but due to the supply side, usually. So the sticky wage model here implies that the real wage should be countercyclical. It should move in the opposite direction as output over the courses of business cycles. So it means that um, the real wage here might should move in the contrast of the existing conditions. Yeah. For example, if you look at the if you see in booms, when P typically rises, so the real wage should fall. So if the economy in the boom conditions, yeah, so usually price will turn to be increases. So it implies that real wage, the wage of a P, because the P is higher, so the real wage will be fallen. And the second one, in recession, when the P typically falls, the real wage should rise. So what the implication of these two conditions? The first condition, in boom, because of the real wage falls, so it will make the purchasing power of the uh, I mean that it means that the price of money will be cheap. So the company um, will produce more output, and it will make the profit of the company will be higher compared to before, and implies that the company will ask more workers, and because the company views that the wage that they give to the workers is really or actually below from the average because the standard of wage falls, and vice versa. In the recessions, the production is not that much, and also the demand for the customers is also very low, so that the price here will be going down in order to respond to the uh, of the reductions of the purchasing power of the customers, so that the real wage should be rise. So the implication is the company under recessions, it will reduce the the workers, and in boom it will ask more workers. And here is the cyclical behavior of the real wage. The second one is about the imperfect information models. So assumption is all wages and prices perfectly flexible, all market clear, and a supplier produce one good, consumes, and each supplies knows nominal price of the good she produces, and but doesn't know the overall price level. So we do assume that because of the imperfect information happens among suppliers and customers, so the price will be very rigid, slowly to move because the information is not fully informed through your suppliers or customers. And the second one is the imperfect information models. Supply of each good depends on its relative price. The nominal price of the good divided by the overall price level. The supplier doesn't know price level at the time she makes her production decision, so uses the expected price level. So because of the producers doesn't know the exactly price in the market, so the producers here use the expected price. Yeah. So suppose pay rises, but PE does not. So then supplier thinks her relative price has risen. So he produces more. So with many producers thinking this way, the Y will rise whenever price rises above P. So the imperfect information model here implies that the producers will have lack informations, and he or she keep producing goods and services even though the price has risen. Yeah. The next one here, the reason for sticky prices. So because of long-term contract between firms and customers. So the price is sticky because of the negotiating contracts that tied them in the long run. And the second one is menu cost. So the cost relatively not change very much, and the firms do not wish to annoy customers with frequent price changes. So firm will keep the price constant or not changes. So this assumes that firms set their own prices. So the firms has ability as the price maker, not the price ticker. Yeah. The next one here about an individual firm's desired price is P equal to P plus A Y minus Y uh, Y bar, whereby the A more than 0. Suppose two types of firms. Firms with flexible prices set prices as above. Firms with sticky prices will set their price before they know how P and Y will turn out. Yeah. So in the short run, I think the firms will have a sticky prices. So she or he will be difficult to set the price because they have already stick the price in the very tricky conditions. And the implication is the formula P equal to PA plus A open bracket YE minus Y bar expected. Yeah. So the Y expected here is assumed that the producers do not have enough information regarding with the price happens in the market. So he keeps producing the goods and services in the economy so that the Y expected here happens. And here you can see that assume firms with sticky prices expect that output will equal its natural rate. So as I mentioned before, that the economy is turned around with the business cycles, but the real wage will turn to the counter-cyclical policy. So the output here is assumed to be equal in the long run. To derive the aggregate supply curve, we first find expressions for the overall price level. Let S denote the fraction of the firm with sticky prices, then we can write the overall price level as here. So here we have the equations. Yeah, we can have this equation here, and here is the final formula, whereby you can see from the equations that high P expectations mean the high P. If firms expect high prices, then firms who must set prices in advance will set them high. Or the firm respond by setting high prices. We assume that there is the competitive markets. So if the expected price hike, it will introduce and promote the another price level to be higher than before. And the higher Y implies the high price. When income is high, the demand for goods is high. Firms with flexible prices set high prices. The greater the reflection of flexible price firms, the smaller is S and bigger of delta Y on P. Yeah. So you see here, the S is assumed as before I mentioned, sticky prices, the fraction of the price, the fraction of the firm that have the sticky prices. So if the firm has said the price expected is high, so it will promote the hike of price level. So the high price level imply that the indication, not implied, the indication that demand for the good also is quite high, and also it will imply to the higher of the income or the national incomes, and S will be smaller because the fraction uh, of the S is is low, if you're compared to before. Yeah. And the next one, here is the here's um next one. Here is um the graphs. Yeah. So it's the graphs. So if you have two graphs, P and Y, and here's the long run aggregate supply. Yeah, we have the vertical line, and here is the short run aggregate supply. With a short run here, short run aggregate supply. Yeah, and you have the long run aggregate supply. And each of the three models of the aggregate supply imply relationships summarized by the SREF curves and equations. So the equilibrium between the long run and short run, here we have P equal to P expected. But here, if you have the long run aggregate supply here, yeah, is less, yeah, is less than the in the than the short run aggregate supply, yeah, is less. So it means that the price is higher compared to the price expected. Yeah. So it does mean that the price sticky. Yeah. So that the firms has already get the information that the good and services that they will sell will be sold. Therefore, they will hike the price. They will increase the price. And the vice versa here. If you see the short run aggregate supply is less than the long run aggregate supply, so it means that the expected price in the future will be higher. Yeah. Why it happens? Yeah, because in the long run, you see that in the short run, the customers, sorry, the producers expects the good and services will have a good price, will move back to the equilibrium. Yeah. So because I will move back to the equilibrium, they will set the price of expectations is higher compared to existing price. Yeah. So in short, sisters and brothers, in short, that the equation between short run and long run actually will change dynamically following the cycles. So if the actual price is higher compared to the expected price, so it means that the economy in the booming conditions. In the booming conditions, the existing price is higher compared to the expected price. So once the booming period ended or finished, so the price expectations here will be back to the equilibrium, will be moved back to the equilibrium. So that so it will moving back to the natural rate of output. But in the mid of recessions, yeah, the price actual price is less than expected price, because in the recessions the counter-cyclical policy will be taken into account, so that the low level of price will be expected to be back to the normal conditions. It means that the price will be increased again and again at the natural rate of natural rate of output. So here you can see the equilibrium. So whatever conditions, so it will move back to the equilibrium or natural rate of output. So I think that's all for a while, sisters and brothers, about the topic of reductions of agri supply. So I will continue the discussion next time. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.